Hey guys, welcome to a Lego Pick-a-Brick unboxing. It's my Pick-a-Brick haul video. Shwa shwa shwa. Hands free. And I'm mic'd up now. I got a little mic off at Best Buy, so I'm omnidirectional audio interface. So I went to the Lego store close by and I received these pieces in this box. This is the box they come in, $17.99. Okay, you go to the Lego store, they have a bunch of cups or like buckets, basically, essentially, of pieces, and you go in there and you grab as many as you can. So basically what I was looking for were these, anything with masonry brick, and I was actually hoping to find specifically another row of these in this color, which I found is, what did they call it? On the Lego website, this is spring yellowish green. Isn't that beautiful? Not to be confused with yellowish green, lime, or vibrant yellow. This is spring yellowish green. I also recently learned that light bluish gray and dark bluish gray is no longer a thing. Whoa! I think it's light stone gray, and then they have dark stone gray for the two grays. Unbelievable. Controversial. Okay, anyway, so here's the haul. I have the piece, price per piece, as well as the total for the totals of the prices of the pieces on Lego's website versus the $17.99 you get. So you get this box, you fill it with as many pieces as you can. And at this point, I think Lego understands that they're probably not making a profit off of these, even though I'm sure they are. It's just a lot smaller than it would be from their website. But for people who don't have access to the website, or sorry, access to a Lego store, or, you know, any other reason that, you know, they need specifically this piece in this quantity, this large quantity, bulk, whatever, you know, the website is better for those purposes, like buying the bulk pieces I needed for the walking path or whatever else, right? Anything you need specific in this color in this large quantity, right? You go to the Pick-a-Brick wall, and great, luckily they have bright green leaves, huge plus, but they only had light, bright pink branches. No good. You want 500 of these, you can stick them in there, no problem. 17 bucks, you're gonna make a profit. But, shoot, they only have these in flesh tone, you know, bummer. You go there and you get lucky, you know, you get two different colors of Palisade bricks, a nice new color of masonry brick, a valuable, like these D-snot pieces are valuable. I hadn't ever seen a coral 3-leaf piece before, so I thought I'd pick those up. Not sure what I'll do with them, but now I got them if I ever need them. And I grabbed more of these for the Serve and Squeeze. That's the tennis court on top of a juice bar that I'll be making in the future. And I think I'll be utilizing all of these bricks for that purpose. And perhaps maybe that's exactly what these pieces will be for. And my plan for these will be to utilize the snot piece stud, the snot stud, for the outer fence, which will be utilizing these pieces over here. I have these big, what is this, 8x8 grid, what do you want to call that? Ventilation piece here. So I'm going to use these as the outer fence around the tennis court. Also got those on Pick-a-Brick. I recorded a whole video where I had like 5 or 6 boxes worth that I had gathered over the last year. And yeah, it didn't go amazingly, but I do have the math, which is significant. The savings is significant. Here is a breakdown of that bad video with the crotch. Basically, I bought one of the small square boxes for $10 and 5 of the $17.99 boxes for a total of $99. I broke down all the prices of all the pieces and all the quantities and all the colors, and the total on Lego's website came out to $336.82 for 2,079 brand new pieces. When you order on Lego's website, they do send you brand new from the factory pieces, and you get free shipping over $35 or whatever the Lego website threshold is for your country. And so that's obviously you're getting brand new pieces and free shipping, which is good, but $336, absolutely insane, versus $99, basically paying over triple the price for the Lego website. And then if you use Bricklink, which is a third-party website that sells Lego, you can get all those pieces, the same 2,079 pieces, for $67.25, which is great. It's cheaper than the boxes, but you're getting varied quality and larger shipping costs because you're not going to find an individual seller with all 2,079 pieces. You're going to get your sellers from all over the country, if not the world, and that the more stores it takes to get the exact pieces you want, the larger, the more stores, the more individual packages, the more shipping costs. So $67 is a huge, that's the bare minimum that it will cost, right? If you know, if you got one person had all the pieces you wanted and they had them all in good quality, then that's going to be your best bet. But more than likely, it's going to end up costing close to Lego. It might not be $336, but it could be $250, and you're getting pieces with scratches, pieces with teeth marks, pieces of various, you know, they're old, they've been underwater for 10 years, they've been in an attic, they're brittle, whatever it is. And you might get scammed, you might get a box of stones, who knows, right? So that's kind of what I was talking about in that video. If you guys really want to see it, it's not a great video, but you can see all the pieces. I got a lot of stuff. I can kind of go over them. Maybe I'll just re-record it, I guess. That's something I could do. Just with that one picture right there, because all those pieces have been organized into my various boxes. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program. So let's go over the numbers for this specific haul here, you guys. So $17.99 plus sales tax for this box. The 1x3 light nougat brick right here. This is 6 rows of 19. So that's another trick we can do. The bricks fall in here cleanly at 19. And you can stack 6 of them on top of each other before you hit the height barrier there. Now you could effectively probably get a layer of plate or a layer of tile on there as well to max out your height in there. I usually save that for that tiny little space for the leaves or the stems or the branches or whatever. If you want a large quantity of those branches as well, I would definitely recommend sitting there and taking the time to stack them all up. It's a ridiculous amount of effort, of extra effort, but you will get a much larger quantity of leaves, of branches. I have in here, you can see them buried in my nature box, huge stacks of leaves in dark green and whatever, lavender, lilac, whatever that color is. So you can get a bunch of stuff stacked in there. So if you're going in there and you're not stacking large stacks, fat stacks of Legos, you're an amateur. You're trash. This is 6 stacks of 19 brick, 1x3. That's going to cost you, on Lego's website, it's going to cost you $15.96 at 14 cents a piece. So this is already almost the price of the box, right? And I have 6 stacks of the white masonry brick. These on Lego's website are also valued at 14 cents a piece. You get that extra little masonry brick deal. It's going to run you up, even though it's a smaller piece, right? So those are worth $15.96. So this is already, you know, $30 or whatever. A little bit more, like $32. Versus the $18 for the box itself. So already this is enough to pass. I mean, this would have been enough to pass the value of the box. So you're already saving. Every piece after that is free, basically. Okay, then the spring yellowish green 1x2s, $1.90. So these are 10 cents a piece. I want to use these up against my lilac masonry bricks. I have 1x4 masonry bricks. I want to use these against that, kind of create a nice contrast with those bright colors. The Palisade bricks in medium nougat and dark tan, which is now called sand yellow, by the way, unbelievable. Each cost 8 cents a piece. I have 3 rows of 19, which is 57, for $4.56 each. So this is like $10 of Lego right there, or nine bucks of Lego, whatever. Okay, then we have the bright pink branches. These are limb elements, as Lego calls them on their website. These are worth, oh shoot, I didn't write it down. I got 41 of them, and they're worth $6.15. So I forgot to write down the number, but I'll put it in on the screen so you can see the exact price per piece on those ones. The dark green stems, these are the 6 stem. I like these a lot for flowers. You know, you just mash a bunch of flowers on there. Pretty good stuff. These are worth 15 cents a piece. I got 28 of them for $4.20. Blaze it, praise it, Lego. The bright green leaves and the coral leaves are both worth 6 cents a piece. I got 157 of the coral ones for $9.42, and 78 bright green for $4.68. Then, did I say the D-snot pieces? 94 of these for 94 of the light stone gray D-snot pieces. That's a D. For 9 cents a piece, it's $8.46. So the whole thing, I got 759 pieces, valued on Lego's website at $75.85. Here you see before you a box at the Lego store for 18 bucks. The value is unprecedented, but you don't get to choose what pieces are there. Now, I happen to know that if you go to the Lego store and you ask, and you make jokes, and you chat up the Lego store employees, they will tell you. They will tell you things. They'll give you secrets. They'll give you information. I happen to know that the Lego store employees get to order the pieces. So, if you get schmoozey, you're schmoozing up your boys at the Lego store, you could probably get them to order, hey, when are the masonry bricks coming? I need them in tan. I need them in dark tan, sand yellow. You know, where are the leaves? You never have leaves. You know, I need freaking 5,000 leaves from all my bushes. Give me the leaves, right? I can't believe you brought the branches, but they're in bright pink. Now all my trees are going to be Sakura trees. Not that that's a bad thing, you know, whatever. But they're always going to have, like, your standard blocks. They're going to have a 1x3 in a random color. They're going to have plates and bricks, 2x4s, 2x6s, 1x4s, 1x6s, in bricks and plates in random colors for your structural stuff. So, like, when I built all of my Mills plates, all of the pieces there, except for the 16x16 plates, right? Like all the 2x2 bricks I got off of Pick-a-Brick. You fill a whole box with, 399 of them or whatever, and you're good. And there will still be room in the box for leaves or what have you, right? What have you. So yeah, get your freaking butt to the Lego store. Stop buying your bricks online. You get insider's points for these, you know. So get your value. Get your gifts with purchase. I know if any of you guys are watching Brixie, every time he goes to the Lego store, he fills up like 6 boxes, 7 boxes, and he just fills them with ferns and leaves and all these stuff, and like hundreds. He doesn't bother with the basic bricks. He'll go to a bargain brick bulk place and buy like cups and cups and cups of huge amounts of those kinds of bricks. And that's, you know, that's, if you have that available to you as well, that's great, but not everybody has access to all the Legos in the universe. So this is a good way to get, if you get lucky, you know, you can get like high value bricks, a similar color palette to exactly what I want to work with, and you can kind of create something awesome. And that's really what Lego is all about, right? If you watch this entire video, comment below, okay? This right here, yay or nay? Is this good? Are we liking this? Let me. I'm like, when the pieces aren't together, I'm thinking, yeah, that's all right. But then when I actually put the leaves on, I'm like, wait a minute, maybe this is ugly? So you guys, you know, get in the comments, let me know. Because I don't want to have to do this a bunch of times. You know, see, like, it's like, is this terrible? Maybe this is awful. You know, I feel like these are almost like, I don't know, maybe it's the lighting in here right now, but this is almost giving fall color, right? I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Because they have actual fall colors. Just look at the Jazz Club or the Birch Books or whatever, right? So, you guys let me know. Maybe it's awful, maybe it's good. Who can say? All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.